And now, from the Phantom Gourmet World Headquarters in Boston, Massachusetts, here's special guest moderator, John Keller.
Welcome, food lovers, political junkies, and those of you who just can't get up off the couch. Welcome, one and all, to the great Phantom Gourmet debate. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm John Keller from WBZ News. I'll be serving as the moderator today as two of the foremost culinary experts in New England go head-to-head in what promises to be a spirited, no-holds-barred discussion. Please join me now in welcoming the host of Phantom Gourmet, Dan Andelman. Dan, welcome.
Thank you, John. It's a pleasure.
And the president and chairman of the Restaurant and Business Alliance, Dave Andelman. Dave, good to see you.
Thank you, John, and thanks to all Phantom Gourmet fans for tuning in.
And before we get going, gentlemen, just one word of warning. Obey my directions or enter my cocoon of horror. Do you follow?
I follow, John, of course.
Okay, all right, glad we got that straight. Dave, my first question goes to you. It's on the subject of beer versus wine, and this is a topic, obviously, of great interest to those of us who like to drink, which I assume is pretty much all of us.
Indeed.
Are you a wine guy or a beer guy?
John, this is an important issue for all Phantom Gourmet fans, 98% of whom like to drink heavily. And I drank beers my whole life, but then I had a sort of revival where I realized that Phantom Gourmet fans should be drinking wine. I mean, white pairs so well with seafood, and a Merlot with a steak, and wine with your wife or your girlfriend is so much more romantic than just peeling off a Schlitz from a six-pack.
Full-bodied statement there, rebuttal.
Who do you want to hang out with, John? Let's be honest. You want to hang out with a guy that likes a nice sip of Merlot or a Pinot Grigio? Or do you want to hang out with a guy that just pops open a beer? Joe Six-Pack, if you will. I'm Joe Case-Pack kind of guy over here. I'm a beer guy. This show is all about food and the kind of food Phantom fans love. Cheesesteaks, nachos, buffalo wings, burgers. You're going to have a nice Cabernet Sauvignon with that? No, you're going to drink a beer. There are restaurants that actually make their own beer here in New England, like a nice brew pub. And as far as I'm concerned, you always want to hang out with the beer guy, not the wine snob.
It seemed to me he was attacking your character. Your response?
Well, John, I take my drinking character very, very seriously, and I don't know why a flat-out chump like this, who spent most of his career, frankly, on cable, even thinks that he could even be on the same stage with
Well, he called you a chump. That's obviously true, but you'd like to rebut, I'm sure.
I am a chump, but I will say this about beer. There's all the craft beers that we've expanded, all the incredible breweries, but you'll never walk into any restaurant or pub and find one bottle of beer that costs $500. That only happens with wine fools like this that'll say, oh yeah, I'll spend $500 on a bottle of wine. The best beer in the world's like $7. It's fine.
All right, gentlemen, this is sort of spiraling out of control. I'm going to call a halt to this topic. You'll have a chance to return to this in your closing statements.
Please.
All right, on this next topic, we'll start over here with you. Salad.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Salad is a no for me, John, and I'll tell you why. Listen, I don't want any more taxes in this world. I think we're all overtaxed. But I do support restaurants serving salad because salad is a tax on the healthy and the stupid. If you're ordering a salad to start your meal, you got to be kidding me. It's perfect for a guy that loves wine that also wants to eat a salad. You can go to, a Stop and Shop, get a head of lettuce, some tomatoes and cucumbers, cost 75 cents. A garden salad in a restaurant is like $9. Who wants that? It's a waste. I want to start with some French onion soup. I want to start with some boneless spare ribs. That's how you start your meal.
Strong stuff. Rebuttal.
John, my brother Danny is married and thus has given up on his appearance and his sexuality. The last time that he ate a salad was shortly before he met his wife. Danny thinks that an appetizer must involve mac and cheese or a tater tot. Those of us who really appreciate food know that there's never been a better time in America to get a salad, John, with goat cheese and homemade croutons and sun-dried tomatoes. I can't think of a better way to begin a meal than with a wonderful salad.
Yeah,
Brief final word.
Everyone's looking for goat cheese to start their meal. Yeah, I think you're right. All the people at home. You want some goat cheese to start your meal? Yeah, that'll be perfect.
John, he eats goat cheese all the time, as long as it's fried and not over lettuce.
There's nothing wrong with a mozzarella goat cheese fritter.
Well, I'll give you that.
All right, gentlemen, very edifying. Thank you. Let's move to our final topic. Eating in the dining room versus eating at the bar. You begin.
John, the days of dining in the dining room are dead. More and more real estate is moving to the bar every day because it's more fun. You get better service because the bartender is trapped behind the bar. The bar specials, by definition, happen at the bar. Boston teams win the championship once a month, and that's where the TVs are. And the fun people are always in the bar. The uptight people, like my brother Dan, are sitting there in their private dining rooms with the rest of the one percenters.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff. Rebuttal.
John, you go out to a restaurant so that you feel like you're out at a restaurant. You go there for something you can't get at home. What are you getting at a bar? Somebody pouring a glass of wine, somebody pouring a beer? That's about it. You go to a dining room, you get atmosphere, you get a server. And by the way, the server is not constantly in your face like a bartender who's sitting there like this the entire time. It's awkward. I want my service when I want my service. I want to lay back and relax and be out for 4 or 5 hours and have a nice meal without people trying to grab my bar stool.
On that note, I'm going to have to call a halt. Gentlemen, you both did a fine job, although one word of warning for future reference. Don't invade the moderator's personal space. That's a no-no. Gentlemen, thank you both very much. Dan and Dave Andelman, we appreciate it. I'd like to thank WBZ News for allowing me to ruin my career by doing this. Thanks to the Commission on Ridiculous Food Debates for hosting us today. I'm John Keller, and remember, if you don't eat your lunch, the politicians will.